What inspired me to make this podcast was, one of the inspirations was actually, Richard Unemployed, the Richard Unemployed podcast, and Finesse, how he ran his whole shit. You know what I'm saying? I really took inspiration on that. You know what I'm saying? I like the way he set up his own shit. And there's other podcasts that I see that's like, yeah, this shit, I like the way this joint runs, like peer to peer, RP, peer to peer podcast, but peer to peer podcasts, earn your leisure, so many different things, social proof, like so many different podcasts I can name, which I took inspiration of, right? And the reason why I specifically named Rich Unemployed was because in his podcast he has he has a certain podcast where he interviews women and shit, right? And he asked this question a few times before, and I remember seeing this question, and this question was, I ain't really think too much of it. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't think too much of it, and I thought it was just a regular ass question until I heard some of the responses, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all this question right now. I'm gonna ask y'all this question, right? It goes like this. It goes like, so a guy, right? He's messing with two women. One woman he lies to, the other one he tells the truth to. Who does he care about more? Right? That's the question. That's the entire question, right? The whole premise of the question. Pretty basic, simple question, right? Me and my initial thought, right? Me being the person I am and me being very logical, very straightforward, I'm like, oh, it's the one that he tells the truth to, right? That was my answer. That's my answer. That's the conclusion I came to, right? And as soon as I came to that conclusion in my mind, I would hear the woman's response. And she would say, oh, it's the one that he lies to. So that threw me off a little bit, right? I'm like, okay. First time I seen that, I like, okay. She's just, I don't know what's up with her. I don't know what's wrong with Shawty, but like, she's on some other shit. Second time I seen this, I'm like, okay, so now this is 0-2 now. We're 0-2, and this is the second time I've seen this question. This is the second time someone answered this question like this, right? And I seen it a third time. Another woman say, yeah, the woman that he lies to is one he cares about more. So now it messed up my brain. It messed me up. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm like, hold on. I must be like either misinterpreting the question, or these people are toxic as hell. These people are toxic, or like, it has to be one of those two, right? So I went over the question in my mind again. I said it out loud. I thought through long and hard, just thinking of the answer. Like, what would the answer to me as a person, what type of answer would I generate, right? And I still found myself coming back to the same answer, the one he tells the truth to, right? So now I'm puzzled. Okay, so now something's wrong. Something's wrong, because there's no way these three separate women, three separate podcast episodes said the exact same answer, and I came to a different conclusion, right? Maybe because I'm a man, maybe they're women and they have a different answer, right? So I took this out in the streets. Y'all know me. I love to do my little public interviews. I like to ask questions. And although I didn't make this a public interview question, I didn't make this like a public interview video, right? I just asked people I knew. I asked my friends, I asked my coworkers, I asked my brother what he thought of this question, right? And to my surprise, man, the vast majority of people came to the same answer, that the one that he lies to is the one that he cares more about. So I'm like, it struck me, like, it puzzled me so much, because I asked probably a total of 20 people, right? I say out of those 20 people, 16 of those people said, yeah, the one he lies to is the one he cares more about. Only four people out of those 20 said, oh, the one he tells the truth to is the one that he cares more about, right? And I asked them to explain themselves. Why? Why is it the one that he lies to is the one he cares more about, right? And their rationale behind the answer is that if he's lying to her, he's trying to hide something from her. He's trying to protect her from something. He doesn't want to hurt her feelings. So he's lying to her to spare her feelings, meaning that he cares more about her, right? That was the answer that they gave me, right? That was like the logic behind the answer. I sat through, I digested the answer, thought long and hard, and I came to the realization that that was bullshit. that's bullshit, bro. That's so bullshit. Because if you really cared, like the way I thought about the question, right? The way I generated my answer, right? Was if I cared about someone, I would want the best for them, right? I would want them to be able to I would want them to have the best knowledge of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I want them to have the best knowledge and for them not to feel like they're being used or manipulated, right? And the best way for you to do that is by telling them the truth. Telling them the truth, because now they understand the situation. They can properly come to their own conclusion about the situation, and they can make their own choice. For example, let's say I had two women I was messing with, right? I had two girls I was messing with. Let's say I had that, right? And I lied to one of them, and I told the other one the truth. I'll tell the girl that I'm telling the truth, right? The reason I'm telling her the truth is because I truly care about her and her overall well-being. Not just her feelings, but her overall wellness as a person. Meaning that the information that she's told, I will care about that as well, because that is going to impact how she thinks. Thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to actions, action leads to results, right? So if I'm feeding her a lie, if I'm telling her a lie, that is me directly saying that I don't really care about how you feel. I might try to spare how you feel, but I don't mean that I care about how you feel. Like, do you understand the difference? Do you understand the difference between you sparing someone's feelings versus you actually caring for someone's feelings? Because if you really cared about someone's feelings, you will want them to be better off in the long run. You want them to be better off in the long run with those feelings, right? Because if you lie to that person, those feelings are going to get swayed. They're not going to be able to trust you. They're going to feel manipulated, all sorts of things, right? And that comes with lying, because lies are, no one likes liars. Who likes liars, right? No one likes liars.